Thank you, Mr. Newton. Now, Mr. George, your room to make a closing statement.
Your Honor, may I?
You may, Mr. George.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you know why we are here today. Mr. White is charged with arson and insurance fraud. But first, why do we punish this crime? Because of the danger it poses to society. Arson is defined as willfully setting fire to a property with the intent to do damage. A property fire can cause physical injury, harm, or even death. And, under the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, it enables a personal right to property and protection from wrongful destruction and seizure of that property. That is because, in the Revolutionary War, the British wrongfully seized and, in some cases, destroyed property of American citizens. That is why arson is often charged as not only both a felony, but a property crime. And it's a felony for the potential harm it may cause to someone because it's a fire. That is why we are here today. As the state has shown through witness testimony, Mr. White conspired with numerous people to commit arson as a means of insurance fraud. This recklessly endangered the lives of the people in his neighborhood. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please close your eyes. Think of your neighborhood. Think of the houses and the families that inhabit them. Now think of how quickly a house fire can cause those families and children to be in harm's way and how it can upend their lives. You may open your eyes. Well, that's what Mr. White did. That's what he caused. He set that fire. And not because it was an accident. That's not why this fire happened. It was because of greed. Because he wanted more money for himself. He took out an insurance policy on his house for $5 million. I mean, I wish I had a house worth $5 million. I could get that payment, but you know. He committed fraud. But most importantly, he committed arson. The evidence, through the witnesses you saw in witness testimony on the conspiracy, Mr. White willfully set fire to his property with the intent of causing damage. He put innocent people's lives at stake, the lives of his neighbors at stake, because he wanted more money. He also did this in numerous other neighborhoods. He did it for members of his family. Now, do not believe what the defense has told you. That there were enemies of Mr. White, that they caused this fire, that they went in and wired the house to blow. Yeah, it was wired. It was an inside job. So, do not forget that evidence as well of him cashing that check the moment the house burned down, the next morning. This was a conspiracy. So, the only fitting punishment is prison. Mr. White showed blatant disregard for human life. But what human life again? His neighbors and their families. So, before I leave you this afternoon, remember this. Remember the evidence, the financial evidence, the witness testimony that proves this is a conspiracy. Remember that if the evidence fits, you must convict. That is exactly what defines this case. The evidence fits, and you must convict. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defense rests its case.
Thank you, Mr. George.